Okay, welcome back, creatures of the night, as we bring you July's Gimmick Match watch along. And as you know, around the world, it is basically hotter than hell. So there's nothing better than, well, hell has no pizza. We bring you the Inferno Match gimmick matches of The Undertaker. And luckily, there are only two, one at Unforgiven in your house, and one on Monday Night Raw. But who does Undertaker face in both of these? What's the common denominator? His brother Kane. And although I have already got Canaanite's take on the Inferno matches, his biased view of the Kane fan, we bring you now the biased views of the Undertaker fans, as there is no one better to join me here, as he has been joining me for the past few months. Randy Turco, my good friend from Twitter, thank you again for continuing this journey with me. You are not burned out yet on gimmick matches, and you have such faith in this series that we have booked the rest of the year, so you are locked into it. So how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's like you said, it's hotter than hell outside, and that's why we're doing the Inferno match. But luckily for me, it's a cool 69 or 70 degrees in the basement in Minnesota here.
Nice. Yes, it is a cool 70 degrees in the air conditioning in
Right.
Florida. So we will take it.
That's right. Everybody always says to me, you live in Minnesota, man. It must be cold all the time. And I'm like, you know what, though? 70 degrees indoors. That's where I am.
There you go. Yes, yes. A heat wave is plaguing Europe, America. And so, you know what? Inferno match. This is what we're going to do this
That's
month.
right.
And you know, you have the Bad Blood Undertaker there. That figure comes to mind first of all with this pay-per-view poster, and this has always been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Undertaker Kane match. Just because the match is what it is. It's they're bound a little by the fire.
Yep.
But I think the fire adds a good visual to it.
Especially back in 98, 99, where the Attitude Era was constantly, can you top this? Can you top this? Oh yeah, well, we're gonna do fire.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because much like Mankind, they only thought, Kane, we'll bring him in for one match, then we're good. But then they're like, well, WrestleMania, what can we do to top WrestleMania? Fire.
Yes, and this was not a lot of people remember, but Paul Bearer is like our modern day Martin Luther King, because Paul Bearer, he was saying after WrestleMania, I have a dream.
Right.
And my dream is that the ring is engulfed in fire and the Undertaker and Kane will fight it out. And that's what happened.
Yeah. So the spirit of Martin Luther King entered Paul Bearer.
Right.
He gave his own I Have a Dream speech, although not as historical as Martin Luther King Jr.'s. I would say just as important when it comes to the Undertaker's career.
For us, yes.
Because Undertaker and Kane, I think right at the top of the list, they wanted to fight surrounded by fire. So it was thanks to Paul Bearer that we get this match.
Yes.
Oh my God. But before we get to this match, San Diego Comic-Con has just given us 2 days worth of reveals. We got the pre-order link for the Superstar Series 3 Undertaker, and I assume you have you pre-ordered the Undertaker off Walmart.com?
I pre-ordered one. I didn't pre-order 12 or a baker's dozen or whatever you did, but I got one.
I did 6.
6. Oh, jeez.
Because I don't trust Walmart shipping.
You don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can only do 3 at a time. So I did one order of 3 and a second order of 3, and I was like, I'll see how they come.
Is the link still good? Because sometimes those links go away after a while.
Yes. So those listening, he is still up for pre-order. You can still max out at 3. I always recommend at least getting 2, so they at least ship in a box.
Sure.
Because usually if you just buy, just like Amazon, if you just buy one, they usually cheap out and put in an envelope.
Well, as you know, I pre-ordered Decade of Domination a couple years ago from them, 1, and I got 5. So you never know what's going to happen.
Right. You reminded me of this story on our group text hell.
Yes.
That you, I still don't know how that happened,
And
but
I like double checked my credit card statement. Like, did they bill me 5 times? Like, nope, they just sent me 4 freebies. I think it's disorganization. And okay. So I think I sent one to Dorio and then I sold the other three. And I sold the other three pretty decently cheap. So they'd go on eBay. And I basically got mine free and probably got paid $20 for doing so.
wow.
So you never know what you're going to get, Forrest Gump. Just pre-order it and see what happens, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So yep, I got my 6. So we'll see. We'll see if they even come.
Sure.
But the main thing that we didn't even know was on the horizon is the Target exclusive Raw 30th anniversary set. Undertaker, Razor Ramon, and the 1-2-3 Kid. I love it. I love the Raw. You know, it's probably something I ordered 2 because that's the max you can get. Probably something I will, have one mint on box and one open because I think that would look awesome displayed.
Do you did they talk about it at Comic-Con at all? Because
did.
I just saw it just popped on Twitter. People just found it on the Target website. I didn't know if they actually talked about it at the.
That's how I found it. It just popped on the Twitter thing, and I was like, when did they announce this? And then they announced it on the panel, and the person that they brought onto the panel to give the announcement was the Undertaker himself.
That's what he was there for. Okay.
He was there to unveil the 30th anniversary set, and he stayed for the rest of it. He answered questions from the audience, and just he seems so much more relaxed.
Right.
He seems so much more himself. When's the last time you think Undertaker on a Comic-Con panel?
Sure. Oh, I asked you in the in our group text, or maybe it was just our one-on-one text. I get the feeling when I saw the picture of the box that this is 3 very good elite figures with extra hands. I think Kid comes with a money bag and some dollar bills,
Yeah.
Because he's getting bribed by Razor for a rematch. But it looked to me within the box, I'm like, oh, so the big RAW letters in my mind when I saw the initial picture online, I thought these were big giant plastic 3D letters. And so when I saw the box, I thought, oh, maybe they're cardboard, like they're flat cardboard. And when you open the box, you can open them up and you can kind of pop them out and make the R a 3D cardboard R and an A and W. And then so you and I were texting, and you kind of made it sound like in your text, like it's a clear window. It still might be hard plastic. You weren't really sure. Which one do you think it is?
I think it's like a box. So it's like a box, and I think the hard plastic inside.
That would be awesome. That's what I was hoping for, because if it's hard plastic RAW, boy, I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that happen in my I look over here to the right.
Second detolf.
I know I might need that second detolf then, because that RAW has to go in there. Now, if it's a cardboard lettering that you pop out, I might be able to just keep the box somewhere and just know that I have it, but it doesn't have to be on display. But if those are real quality plastic RAW letters, man, I'm gonna have to put that out somewhere. So we'll have to see what it is. And if you're a Sabu guy, you can put Taz always tells the story about Sabu back in the day falling off the R because he had to jump so gingerly off the R when he jumped off the set. So he basically fell off the R onto people. So if you're a Sabu person, you got to get that set too. Or if you're somebody that got the Mattel Creations, that new generation, ring and stage and all that, you can kind of put that out there with it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this is why they released it.
Sure.
So it correlates with the ring release. So that if you don't want that neon entrance stage, you can swap out for the raw entrance stage. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that they probably would do the hard plastic, so it would it would make it nicer for whichever stage you want.
Well, and plus you're right, the price point, it was $60, $65, $66, $67. I'm like,
yeah,
give me some plastic letters.
Right.
I hope so. And there was no, I don't know if you saw anything that I didn't, but there was no date on that, no timetable.
Yeah, I did not see one either. I was looking forward. I was looking for that. I wanted to see if there was any type of release date.
Right. And now with Taker Superstars Wave 3, where it's like said November 23rd. So we know, okay, we get to the fall, you start looking in the store. If you find it in the wild first, great. If you don't, hopefully the pre-order's coming. But you have a ballpark, November, Thanksgiving. This Raw 30th anniversary, no idea.
Mhm. Yeah, no idea. I mean, we have a inbox shot. So,
Right.
and we have photos. We have promo photos and an inbox shot. So it's a good possibility. It may be coming, maybe the next couple months or so. We can hope.
Right.
Because usually Target pre-orders, once they put them up there, they're usually available in the next couple months, just like the Legends.
Sure.
That's how I'm guessing this, because they don't usually put the Legends pre-orders up until they're at least due for the next couple months. So I'm hoping that maybe fallish, hopefully.
It was a busy 12 hours between those two things, and then the CM Punk first dance, which I was at that Rampage when he debuted in AEW. So I was like, I have to get that figure. And then nothing happened with Taker. And I'm like, well, okay, I got the CM Punk. I guess if nothing happened with Taker, I still came away with something. And then like it was just like Taker. Oh my God. So my wallet is very light this week, and I'm trying to have tunnel vision and not find anything cool for the next like 7 to 10 days, just to make me feel a little better.
Hey, one thing good, at least we only walked away with what, 2 Undertakers.
Right. Like I was worried. I mean, although I would have ordered it, like what if they had that Mattel Creations funeral parlor set, sign up,
Oh my
$250?
God, yes.
I would have bought it for sure.
One thing good, at least we're not Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, or Hulk Hogan completists.
Right.
Holy cow.
And that no holds barred set looked very cool, but I saw it was like $150 for 2 figs. Like, wow.
Oh, it was like, was it 70? I think it was 70. So probably people order like more than one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably did multiple when I saw the shot, but
Yeah.
still, wow.
Yeah, but they have like 4 Hogans in the pipeline, 4 Macho Mans, 4 Warriors. It's like, oh my God. And they're all expensive figures. So I'm like,
Right.
of course I want more takers, but
Yes.
I'm good with what we got right now.
Yes. So there's that end of the spectrum, and then me not collecting every Stephanie. I used to have a lot of Jack Stephanies, but then there's the Stephanie McMahon collector where it's like once every 5 years, probably get a big,
I think you're right there. I think it is once every 5 years.
It's like the Olympics, right? When the Olympics come around, Steph gets a figure. So I'm waiting on Elite 94, and then I'm probably good for 5 years.
Yeah. It's just I was really hoping for the Ruthless Aggression. I was hoping he would get announced for the Ruthless Aggression line. Hopefully he'd be in the next, series or whatever series the next one's planned.
For sure. There's time for that. I think they'll get him in there. But that Elite Series 100, I was shocked.
Totally shocked.
Not in there.
Not in there. Not a lot of people in there that I thought they'd be in there.
Right. This probably, I mean, never say never, but this probably closes, if I ever see it in stores, maybe, but it probably closes the door on me doing greatest hits Taker. Cause I was kind of like, and then now with the other 2 Takers coming out, I probably don't need him. But if I ever saw him in the store, it'd be awful tough to turn down.
Oh yes. You need him. Yes, of course.
Well, they had that.
I forgot about that one being, well, they showed the pictures at Comic-Con.
Sure.
They released that like a couple months ago. So we already knew that. We really knew the Superstars guy. They just put that one up for pre-order.
Right. It's like that purple Taker. I had the hard coat and Elite. And I thought, well, I don't need the soft coat Elite. I'm good. It's the same figure almost. It's just a different coat. And then I ran into him at the store and I was like, ooh.
No Taker left behind.
Right. You got that right. That's one of your shirts, right? So
right.
that absolutely. So made that happen. So if I ever run into greatest hits Taker, I'll probably do it.
Yeah. It's just like the greatest. I pre-ordered Taker because that's all I want. But if I ever run into the Rock one for the greatest hits, I love Attitude Era Rock.
Sure.
So that's gonna be hard to pass up if I run into that set in stores.
I was at WrestleMania 18, and so they have that Hogan Rock Elite. Oh, I'm like, oh man, ooh. Part of me wants to get that because I was there,
Yeah.
Don't know where they would go, but I would have them.
right? Second Detolf.
Right. I got to find a spot for Phil with when CM Punk comes with his ice cream bar or whatever. I got to find a place for Phil to go.
You
We'll
called that figure. You said that one was going to be made.
I did. I was at the arena. I was like, man, if they ever, because they like to make figures based off of like, I don't know, historic or big moments, and him coming back to wrestling, not just debuting in AEW, but coming back to wrestling after 7 years. It's a huge moment. But I mean, he was only wearing like jeans and a shirt. I didn't know if it was very toyetic, but they did it.
Yeah, and I remember we did a watch along like a week afterwards or something, and you said they were gonna make a figure with the ice cream accessory, and damn it, they did it.
They did, and I saved my wrapper from that night, so he's gonna hold. He's gonna hold my wrapper somehow, some way. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, crazy.
I like to save everything, but you can't save the ice cream bar. I had to eat it. Like I can't save it, so we'll just save the wrapper.
That would have been a bit much.
Yeah, I saved the wrapper. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I think that covers San Diego Comic-Con talk. And did you? I forgot to ask. Did you pre-order the Raw set?
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay, so
yeah,
you pre-ordered the Raw set. You pre-ordered the Superstars Taker. You did not pre-order Greatest Hits Taker. You're gonna wait to see if you find them in stores.
Yeah, I think I'll wait and see that one on stores. I was so funny because I was at work trying to like keep a low profile with the phone, but then Alex sends the Wave 3 Superstars link pre-order now. And I know those links don't always last forever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like trying to like, oh my God. And I'm trying to like click, and it does, you're right. I think it limits you at 3.
Yeah.
So I go, just 1 + 1. But I see the arrows for up and down to, adjust your quantity, but I don't see anything for like, okay, let's roll. Like, and I'm like freaking out internally. Like this is going to say all sold out and I can't figure out how to make this go. But I had a little heart attack, but I got it done.
Counselor, you're jittering. Everything okay over there?
Right. I'm like sweating.
Fun. So looking forward to those arrivals, hopefully in the next couple months for everything.
I love the fall. Fall's Halloween season, horror movies.
Is there anything better than fall Halloween season that we just get this abundance of Undertaker deliveries?
Just in time for Q4, Christmas, right? Retail.
There you go, because the pre-orders will come before retail, and then retail will have them at Christmas time.
That's right. Yep.
Awesome. So I think we are ready for the Inferno match. How about you?
I am.
Okay, so we are queued up on Peacock at 144.44. Is that what I said?
45.
45. 144.45.
I wanted 25 to as they turn the lights out and get everything going, but we're going to be just before Kane's pyro goes off because it's your show.
It's my show.
Right.
Well, I try to get it right there at the entrances, so when I don't have a lot of dead time for when people are actually watching this along with us.
They did have the opening montage I thought of you and Dorio because the opening montage to this pay-per-view is Freddie Blassie, and you guys talked about that in your watch along with the Phenom VHS, right?
Yes.
And so Freddie Blassie has another opening where he's kind of just reading, I don't know if it's Bible verses or just Gothic passages, but they're all about fire and Inferno.
Dante's Inferno.
That's what it is. There you go. And he is, and they're kind of tying it to Kane and the Undertaker's feud. And they do, they kind of cover the whole Kane debut. I won't fight my flesh and blood, WrestleMania 14 recap. And then, I did notice right before this match starts, they have Double J kind of singing along and jamming with Sawyer Brown, which is a country band, I guess, or guy. And I think this is so they can set up the Inferno stuff, right? They can set up the fire contraption. And then Double J ends up getting in a fight with Steve Blackman because I guess they're feuding. So I thought that was really cool that they had that happening so they could set up the pyro or whatever that's going to make the fire go. And they did have in the montage right before this, they had they showed Paul Bearer and Kane desecrating the Undertaker's parents' graves.
Yes.
And Taker eventually gets choke slammed into his mom's coffin, through his mom's coffin, which
Yeah.
I had forgotten about, and it made me chuckle because that was a real thing.
Yes, it was a real thing.
Burning burning dead bodies on the Raw stage actually happened.
Yeah. Yes, it did. And yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And people actually believed that that's like real bodies and caskets up there. As what a time to be alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the real question is, how do you like your Undertaker? Regular or extra crispy?
Jerry Lawler was on fire. This and the Hell Hath No Pizza.
Unintended, Jerry Lawler was on fire.
He was on fire that night. Yes.
Yes, yes. So 144.45. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, play. Okay, so Kane's pyro has exploded. And here we go. Paul Bearer, very much reminiscent of the Bad Blood 4-pack Paul Bearer.
Yes, because he's been burned at Revenge of the Taker. He got burned with that fire paper, and now he's the blonde Paul Bearer.
Yes, it burned the face paint right off him.
Yes, it did.
Yes, and he didn't even bother to, reapply it. He just said, you know what, screw it.
Right, yeah, and then when his hair, all of his, I guess getting burned in the face caused his hair to go from jet black to brown.
I mean, wouldn't yours?
Right, right.
I mean...
And here Kane's going to go for his pyro. And I don't know, when you were watching live like I was, we always watch, because if Kane did his pyro before the match started, then that usually meant he was going to lose because he wasn't going to do the pyro after the match was over, right? Oh, he only gets 3 posts here. Because he would always do his pyro when he celebrated if he got the win. So if he did it early like that, they could only do it once. And so that would usually tell you if he won or not. So that's just something we always looked into.
There you go.
Wasn't consistent as gravity, but most of the time it would usually tell you.
But you are so far, right, because he did it at WrestleMania and he lost. And he does it again here, and we know, I mean, unless you've been living under a rock for the past 22 years.
Spoilers, yeah.
That he loses because they're not set. Undertaker is not being set on fire.
Sure. And here comes the Undertaker with, I laugh at seeing all these lighters in the crowd during Taker's entrance, because now it's cell phones. You don't have to burn your thumb anymore like you used to.
I feel like the lighters add something much more to it.
It's the Inferno match. Yeah, of course.
It adds a better ambiance to the Undertaker than the cell phones.
The first time I remember doing a cell phone instead of a lighter was for Bray Wyatt's entrance when he had like the fireflies, That's the first time I was like, what is everybody doing? Oh, okay. Now Taker, I noticed as he comes out here, Taker, if you watch the vignettes and all the Raws leading up to this, he's in his dry hair stage.
Mm-hmm.
And
when it's all big and puffy hair, now he's all slicked back.
I think today he was like, I'm keeping that thing wet. There's gonna be a fire out here. Like, I'm gonna put flame retardant gel or something in there, so it's definitely slicked back and wet.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Gonna have that dry hair. It's gonna catch on fire so quick.
Gone. Taker has his teardrop tattoo, so we're in the teardrop era.
Yeah.
It's very, very brief, but we're there.
Yeah. And no headpiece from WrestleMania.
Yeah, he kind of is. He's kind of pivoted ever since he got to WrestleMania 14 with that. What we see in the Ultimate, like the Batman cape. Yeah. Always ahead of the curve.
Always.
If you, what did Taker say? If you feel stale, that means you've been stale to everybody else for about 6 months.
Yeah.
I was, coming into this match, I remember Taker won it at WrestleMania, and then, they're building Kane up to be a big deal. All they talk about in this match is how it took 3 tombstones to beat him, and nobody's ever handled the Undertaker. like Kane, even though we said the same thing about Mankind. So I remember thinking like Kane's probably going to win here. Like we got to get this guy a win, right? So I'm thinking like Undertaker is going to get set on fire. I mean, there's a chance anyway. I was thinking like Kane might win this because 50-50 booking, Taker won Mania. So now Kane's going to probably win this one, but it didn't work out that way.
Yeah, I don't think there was 50-50 booking back then.
No, I was giving them too much credit. I was thinking too hard.
Yeah. It's amazing that we didn't get a 1998 Undertaker from Mattel until the Ultimate Edition. It's
Right?
crazy. I feel like they can run this back in a regular Elite if they want to.
Oh, for sure. Because I mean, like I love Gray Taker. That's the one I grew up on, the Impervious Zombie. But like they have done Gray Taker to death. To death. I mean, there's so many other places they could go.
And they need to go.
For sure.
Yeah, they definitely need to revisit 98 and need to revisit the Ruthless Aggression era.
Well, look at those two takers we were talking about from Comic-Con, the Superstars Wave 7 or Wave 3 and the Raw 30th, Gray and Gray. Yeah, I love them. I love the Gray Taker, but holy cow.
I know. Well, at least the Gray Taker from Target is a different one. You get the hair in the face. You get the different hairstyle. So at least it's a later middle 90s, 94 Undertaker. So
sure.
At least it's a gray Undertaker we haven't had before.
It's not Mullet Taker.
Oh God, yes.
And like you had said at the top of the show, a lot of striking here to kind of start the match between Taker and Kane because they are kind of bound by the fire. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, it's only so much you can do. And you need to do big moves so they can pop the fire.
Sure. So right away, we're 6 seconds into this match. We're going for old school, which I always talk about on this podcast. He never, ever hits it. And then he always does, which is starting to change my mind, in my opinion. And boom, he lands old school here too. And then you're right. They puff up the fire with some oxygen, which is pretty cool that they got somebody doing that.
Yeah. Fun fact, Joe Briscoe is at the helm there.
Oh, it's Briscoe doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Draw the short straw, I guess.
Wow. Well, we'll get to a spot later where I felt like there was almost like a disaster going on, but maybe I'm wrong. You'll have to tell me if I'm wrong when we get there. I did see Timmy White as the outside referee here. Rest in peace. Timmy White is the outside referee.
Crazy. We lost Dave Hebner and then Tim White. Right.
Boom. What a cool replay. What a cool shot. I'm sure that's the payoff for all this. You know, they told Undertaker, we're going to light one of you guys on fire. And I know every interview he's ever done, he's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Not happy with this match, but there are some cool visuals that come out of it.
Yeah. Like what the F are you smoking?
Right. Well, it makes you wonder how they got him to do it a second time. How'd they get him to do it this other match we're going to cover a year later? How'd they get him to do it twice?
How much of an extra bonus do you want, Mark?
Right. He's so loyal. I mean,
I know, right?
Might bitch a little bit, but he'll do it.
Oh, of course. I mean, he won't like it, but okay, I'll do it.
Yep. I think about, I don't know if you've been to, I'm sure you've been close at wrestling or like a rock concert or something like that where they have pyro and you could feel it. You could feel the pyro on your face. It's like warm. And it makes me wonder.
Can you imagine what they're feeling?
Yeah. Like what about these people in the front row? I'm sure they can feel that, you know, the wrestlers can.
Oh yeah. I mean, I always think about that. Like you're right next to an open fire.
Right.
I mean, like when you're at a campfire, you can feel that.
Yes, you can.
And you're not even like face into the flame. They're face into the flame.
And sometimes you're uncomfortable and you're like, yeah, I'm going to back off a little bit, but you can't back off here if you're in the front row, you know?
Yeah. And you got Jim Ross there in a full suit.
Yes, he is. I believe Jerry Lawler says one of his other good lines are, JR, I think your roll-on has rolled off, which is awesome.
Also, my chest here has been singed. Go on, touch me. I'm not touching anything on you.
That's right. I forgot about that. Nice power slam there from Kane. They, commentary throughout this match, they talk about how Taker won at Mania, but they just keep putting Kane over to the moon, which they need to do, but they just keep talking about it took 3 tombstones and Kane's just nobody's ever beaten the Undertaker up like Kane has. I mean, they just keep really selling Kane as a, unbelievable monster.
Yeah. And, like him saying, like, even though Undertaker won the battle, Kane got up and destroyed him afterwards.
Sure.
Paul Bearer with the assist.
Oh, here. Yeah. Paul Bearer introducing the chair here. And boom, 1998 chair shot. No hand. Didn't try to block it. He just took it. Oof.
And Kane gets rid of the chair.
I thought for sure Taker was going to blade there, but nope. I mean, he just took that one. Or maybe get busted open the hard way even. That was tough.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough chair shot.
And knowing what we know now about CTE, that kind of makes me at 41 go, oof. But I'm sure me at 18, 17 years old, I was like, hell
Hit
yeah.
him again.
Yeah. Paul Bear's sweating gravy over there. He's wiping himself with that.
Literal gravy.
Right. I did not know it was Briscoe that was doing this. That's pretty cool.
Can you imagine Kane's uncomfortability wrestling in a full bodysuit and mask?
And a mask. Yeah.
And not just any mask, a full leather mask that covers his entire face.
I put on the ski mask to go outside and like snow blow. And like, if I wear that thing in the house for more than 4 seconds, it sucks, right?
Yeah.
I do like that they're showing like every once in a while, Kane's like, I'm trying to act like he's trying to drag an arm into the fire, That's the point of this match.
Yeah, the point of this match, get this over as quick as possible so you can get this hell over with.
That's right. A lot of striking, but you got the best striker in the game in there, and the Undertaker. That's his MO with his pirate shirt.
His pirate shirt.
Yeah, you gotta love the pirate shirt.
And his murder teardrop.
Yes. His tattoo he got in prison for killing a guy.
Yeah.
Irish whip into the corner. Thankfully, Gerald Briscoe didn't hit the button on the fire there, because that was a big bump,
Looking back at it, I am surprised they did not give Kane the victory at WrestleMania.
Right. I mean, it's probably easier to set Kane on fire because he's covered. He's got the most covered limbs, right? So yeah, he should probably win at Mania.
Because they didn't even figure out Undertaker's streak yet.
No, it's not a thing.
It's not a thing, and it's probably something that it's like, but I think they went with the story. Undertaker took the beating from Kane for so long that.
Sure. Oh yeah, for 4 months or whatever it was that he wouldn't fight the guy. Yeah. There's a regular leg drop since he can't do it on the apron this month, and he sits up right away. Kane sits up.
Taught to him by Jim Cornette, as we saw in that Rivals episode.
In the Rivals episode. That was pretty cool. And I kind of didn't know if the Rivals episode would do anything for me, because Undertaker and Kane has been done to death. And I was like, is they gonna? But that show was actually pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I hope they have another Undertaker one. I mean, they could do 10 episodes on his Rivals.
Sure. Yeah. Austin. I mean, I'm right off the top of my head.
Mankind.
Yeah, right. Mankind, the 96 all the way to the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Triple H,
Oh yeah,
Batista, Edge, Orton, just roll them off.
HBK and Triple H, that whole
Michaels, yeah.
4 matches in a row.
Lesnar.
Sure, yep. Big choke slam here with big flames. Boom. And I think Kane sits up off to this right away too. Doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Every big move Taker hits, Kane just sits up. I think this is it right here. Does Taker like, oh no, it's a double big boot. That's pretty
double
cool.
big boot.
Yes.
I'm surprised they stayed in the ring so long.
Right. And I think I think Taker just gets rid of Kane and throws him out of the ring later. And he just kind of does it like no big deal. I'd be like careful, like, oh man, okay, how do I get this guy out of here without getting him caught on fire?
Awesome.
Just tossed him like it was the Royal Rumble, like no big deal.
Yeah, right. It's just a Royal Rumble with flames. Now that's how they can spice up the Royal Rumble.
Right. There you go.
An Inferno Royal Rumble.
I think he's going to go for this flying clothesline. Like now he misses the flying clothesline and falls to the side. And then the flames go up. And I think it almost like ignites him. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Misses it. And there goes the flames. Like Taker almost got killed there, right?
almost burned something off.
Yeah. I wonder if that was a botch. Like Taker was supposed to hit the clothesline and then he missed it. I don't know. Big sidewalk slam by Kane. Kane going to the top rope here, which is not something he usually does.
Yeah,
I don't think
his boot could have easily caught on fire right there.
I don't think he's perfected the no, and Taker racks him up there. I don't think he's perfected his flying clothesline that he would eventually have. He's only 2 months in here, 3 months in, whatever it is. Oh, we're doing a superplex, aren't we?
Yeah.
Also not something you see Taker do every day, but they're limited.
And that fire is just burning up all that oxygen in there.
Boom, big superplex. That's a Bret Hart move right there. That's not an Undertaker move. That was pretty cool. Kind of reminds you that Taker's not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He's a big guy, but I mean, he can do some stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like in later years, you would forget that Steve Austin can wrestle too. He doesn't just brawl. Look, he just threw him out like a piece of trash.
It's like the Royal Rumble came back to him. So here's Briscoe.
Oh, there is Briscoe. You're right. I never even noticed.
Just casually, there's Joe Briscoe manning it. It's like we're not even gonna get like a certified fire technician. We're just gonna stick Joe Briscoe out there.
We showed him how to do it for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so Kane's gonna leave because Kane's like, I'm not going back through that. How do I get back in the ring? I'm out of here. And then here comes Vader.
Yeah,
Vader he had a side feud with Kane at the time, and of course Vader's job here is to help Kane catch Taker when Taker does the flying cow. But they had their little side feud going on. Here they come.
We're still battle for the masks the following month.
That's right. Oh, flying cow, and he hit it. Man,
Oh,
those are the days.
Yeah. Beautiful photo. If you would capture that, just him flying through the fire, that's great.
And now it's like, all right, Tim White's all of a sudden going to be stronger than Vader, and he's going to push him out of the entryway. There goes Vader. Thanks for coming.
But more importantly, Paul Bearer's got a steel chair.
He does have a steel chair. Oh, and he hits Taker with no effect whatsoever. Oh, now Taker gets to tee off on Kane.
Now get in there and put that arm slip on.
Right. I was just going to say, this is where Kane puts his arm under the ring, and he's going to take a dirt nap Well, somebody, Hornswoggle, somebody's under the ring slathering.
Hornswoggle.
I don't know who it is. I don't know.
It's Pat Patterson. Whoever didn't draw the other straws got to put the thing on Kane's arm.
Because now Taker's gonna go fight Paul Bearer here down the entryway and get our focus away from Kane while they paint his arm in flame retardant gel. This is kind of a complete victory for Taker. He didn't get a lot of these, right? He would beat Mankind, but then before he could beat up Paul Bearer, oh, here comes the Executioner, or whatever. He never got the complete win, and here we are. He's gonna get a chance to beat the hell out of Paul Bearer and light Kane on fire. Total victory.
Total victory. He didn't get a chance. He didn't get a chance to get his hands on Paul Bearer at WrestleMania, but this all changes now.
Right. This is all from Sawyer Brown, the country band set, and there goes the bass drum over his head.
It's clapped.
I think he's gonna hit him with the
mic stand.
Mic stand, yeah.
Right into the heart.
I think JR's like, if he has one.
Oh, just shove it in his mouth. And there you go. If he has one.
He got some revenge on Paul Bearer. And he slashes the throat. I thought he was going to like tombstone Paul at first when he did that, but I think he's done with Paul now. Paul's going to blade here. And Taker's going to go light Kane on fire.
Paul Bearer is the one that rushes to the stage and then he finds out, he can't get off the stage.
Right. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, he's like exercising his demons here.
That was 2 years in the making, chasing Paul Bearer. I think Paul Bearer turned on in '96. He finally got him.
Yeah, finally got Paul. And he's gonna get Kane here.
Yeah, right here. Oh, clumsy him. He fell into the fire, and there we go.
And he got his flesh burned.
Good for Kane for like sticking around for like a couple of shots. You need a couple of clear shots, but I'd be running the hell out of there.
Yeah, you want to ring that bell anytime now?
Right. Okay, I guess it's over.
I guess it's over. I mean, that kind of was the premise of the match there.
Do they show Taker getting back in the ring? Does he just climb in casually?
Yes, I believe he does.
Wow. Like it's no big deal. Okay.
Yeah.
His music's playing, and I think this is the payoff too, is instead of the purple light Shakespeare pose, we're gonna do the Shakespeare pose with the flames going nuts.
Yeah.
Taker's thinking never again, or
1 year from now.
Right.
Whichever is closer.
How old is he here? He's 37, 30, 32, something like that. 32, 33,
35.
No, I think he's 33. I can't do math.
65 he was born, so
33, yeah. Pirate shirt and all, and teardrop tattoo. He is your victor. 1-0. It's Kane's match. If you have we did it is
Kane's match. Paul Bearer is the one that thought of it. It's Kane's match.
If you have a home field advantage match, you will lose. Undertaker lost Boiler Room Brawl. Kane lost this one.
Undertaker's lost his fair share of Buried Alives.
Oh my God. Casket matches, of course. Yeah. We know that, like you said, Kane's going to go on. This is Unforgiven. Kane's going to go on next month in May at Over the Edge 98 to have that mask versus mask match versus Edge. Vader versus Vader, which is funny because we all saw Boy Meets World, right? We all know what Vader looks like without the mask. Like there was no gimmick here up for grabs, but that's the match that after Vader loses, he's walking up the ramp without his mask on, and he's just like, I'm just a fat piece of shit. Do you remember that? And I think by the end of 98, he's back in Japan. And I think he's killing it in Japan. Like he does really well in Japan in '98. But I do remember he's
just a fat piece of shit.
yeah. And I remember thinking as a teenager, like, oh wow, they're gonna repackage Vader as like he's gonna get fit, he's gonna lose like 150 pounds, he's gonna get like muscular. I thought that's where they were going, but no.
Nope.
I don't know why they
fired.
why would they say have him say that? I don't know, but they apparently had him say that. So I thought that was hilarious. And in 2 months, we know Kane's gonna fight Austin for the belt, and Undertaker's gonna find himself in a Hell in a Cell with Mankind. So it doesn't get much easier for Taker going from from an Inferno match, and then 2 months later he's gonna go to a Hell in a Cell with Mankind. So it doesn't get much easier for him.
Yeah, he gets a reprieve at Over the Edge as just being the enforcer. Just walking around the ring, making sure Vince is calling the match down the middle, choke slam the Stooges, a Brit reprieve. And then he gets thrown into a Hell in a Cell, gets thrown into winning the tag team championships, and then doing a flying leg drop onto Stone Cold through an announce table. So
maybe that's why they let him be the enforcer. Like, we're going to kill this guy.
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, him with his broken foot and his bad hip and bad knee.
Let's give him the month off, basically, on that pay-per-view and in between.
Yeah. And then just basically kill him the rest of '98 until we finally bury him alive.
Right.
Yes. Only for a month, where he comes back with the Ministry of Darkness. And that is where it takes us in our next Inferno match. February 22nd, 1999. If you're on Peacock along with us, that is season 7, episode 8.
That's right.
So Undertaker is just a month into his Ministry of Darkness gimmick here. He is threatening Mr. McMahon and his family, threatening him to the point of he wants ownership of the company. And that means exactly what you just brought out here, the dead man in disguise. That means threatening him by dressing up as his brother Kane, threatening him with papers to Shane McMahon to be delivered to Vince McMahon himself. And in this match, we'll see a very more personal tone gets thrown into the mix, as we will be introduced to the newest member of the McMahon family to be entered into this Undertaker web of darkness that we will eventually get the unholy wedding out of, and basically a character that we have to this day. And it's all because of this storyline. It is because of this match that Stephanie McMahon is a character on our screens to this day. And this all gets set up here at the end of the Inferno match. And I'm sure everybody knows that classic image by now. But we will see, and we will discuss it when we get to it.
Yeah, how funny that Stephanie's character, the wheels are going to be put in motion in this match that we're going to watch here on Raw, this Inferno match in 1999. And then as we record today in 2022, she kicked off SmackDown to, kind of officially start her reign as CEO and say thank you to Vince, who just retired.
Yeah.
Full circle.
24 years later, from basically being introduced as, a side character in a storyline to further along the Ministry versus Corporation storyline, try to get some sympathy for Vince McMahon before being finally revealed as the higher power. She is co-CEO, co-chairwoman of WWE. How crazy that 23, 24 years prior, she is, the focal point of Undertaker's desires to marry into the McMahon family and gain control of the company.
Right. She was just fresh out of college, and I'm sure she was interning and doing stuff for WWE at the time. And we can bring you in this angle and see how it goes. And then she was either going to be like Linda and maybe not be a performer, or maybe she was going to be like Vince and be a performer, and she absolutely was like Vince.
Yes. Both the McMahon children get the performer genes from Vince himself, as we see
Yes,
that. And
100%.
yeah, and as we saw how close the McMahons are with Undertaker, how close he is with Shane, Stephanie, Vince, and Linda. Maybe there was a little part of Vince that says, you know what, go ahead and marry my daughter.
Well, in 1999, this started a long crush for me. So if he'd have to get in front of me somehow, I was pretty sure, like when they introduced her, I was like, who is that? And even upstairs today, when she kicked off SmackDown, I just can't help but make audible noises, like just animal noises, like, oh my God. My wife is like, enough, stop right now, get help.
Get help, yes. But I am paused perfectly at 1 hour, 22 minutes, 22 seconds.
Oh,
As
nice.
we are recording on July 22nd, 2022.
That's where I'm at too.
So are you ready for the second and final Undertaker Inferno match?
I am ready.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1, play.
Kane getting first intro. He's corporate. Is he corporate Kane? He's corporate Kane.
Yeah, he's corporate Kane, basically McMahon's hired corporate muscle.
They showed him, Vince and Kane, kind of in the locker room earlier in this broadcast, where Vince is saying, like, you've got to make him pay. You got to promise me you're going to make him pay for threatening me, because Taker sent him that envelope that he's holding with a threat in there. And so now he wants to punish him by putting him in this Inferno match against Kane.
Yeah, and well, we know the story that Kane does not get the job done. The following week, I believe he is out of the corporation.
Sure. Short-lived corporation member, corporate Kane.
Sure, corporate Kane.
Well, and Taker had that promo.
Like 13 years later, he becomes it again.
Right, he does come back. Taker has that promo in the hallway by himself, and he's wearing that Palpatine hood, and he talks about how Steve Austin isn't Vince's real problem. Taker and his higher power are, and those threats are real. His threats are real. So, and he talks about how he has a surprise for Vince tonight.
Yeah.
And did you notice Kane did the pyro?
Yeah.
That means something. He ain't gonna win.
Now, this is, of course, pre-WrestleMania 15, so we do not get that classic Undertaker ministry theme of his chants. And this Undertaker ministry theme, nothing better. But we are treated to the mid-90s Undertaker theme here.
Which seems out of place for like bad guy Taker, but here we are.
Yeah, pirate shirt and all, so he doesn't have his new gear yet.
No, he's got the pirate shirt, but he's got the Amish devil beard. So like we're transitioning, and again, Taker is, got the hair all soaked and no entrance gear. I think probably maybe some of his, maybe he learned even from last time, some of his entrance gear is probably soaked in water, or maybe any kind of gel if they can give it to him. Again, how do they talk this guy into doing this twice? I don't know.
There is nobody loyal than the Undertaker.
That's right. I love this Undertaker. It didn't turn out as well as I thought it would, obviously, but I loved when Taker was like, I don't want the title. I want control of the entire WWF. And I actually thought that we were going to see Undertaker at some point unseat Vince and have control of the WWF, even if it's just for a couple of months for a story. I thought that surely we'll get there eventually, and it never really panned out.
Yeah, that would have been a great piece of storyline to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
They're already going at each other and they haven't even lit the flames yet, but here we go.
Yeah, but yeah, we have the Beelzebub beard, as Jerry Lawler puts it at WrestleMania. We got that. So we had a bit of 98, 99 Undertaker mixed here before the full transition at WrestleMania with the new music, the new gear. And
He did hit old school again. So maybe I should just change my
I
narrative.
think you need to, because we are like a few seconds into the match, just like the previous one. He hits it, he connects.
Yeah. So I'm going to start saying Taker always hits the old school. It's such a positive move. It never backfires.
And last time, Jerry Lawler says that, Undertaker, he equated Undertaker to chicken, regular, extra crispy.
Yes.
Vince equates Undertaker to French fries here. So he's gonna be a human French fry. So they really have the Undertaker being related to food when it comes to Inferno matches.
I loved Vince being back on commentary for this match, or half of it anyway. Just hearing Vince on commentary made me feel like a kid again, because that's when I came in, he was a commentator. So
yeah, sure.
Because of Vince McMahon, as he retires officially today, I was the only second grader I know of that was going at school saying, "Oh, what a debacle." And that's
what a debacle.
Totally something I got from Vince McMahon commentary. I don't remember what the Band-Aid on his forehead is for, but
a bit different type of Vince commentary. He's more Mr. McMahon on commentary here.
This is actually Taker's first match back since he was buried alive at Rock Bottom, I think by Steve Austin. So this is his first match back.
Yeah.
And then, as you know, he would only last 5-6 months and he's going to be gone again. So I think 1999 Taker's a little beat up here. He needs some time off.
Yeah, this is already February. He leaves in September. So yeah, 7 months. 7 months, the gimmick and the storyline's done.
Right.
Oh, we already got the appearance of Paul Bearer and the Gift.
Yeah, so Paul Bearer's back to jet black hair, although I think he's no mustache. I think the mustache stays away. Oh no, the mustache is there. Just kidding. And he does have a black box for Mr. McMahon. And Vince is kind of cocky when he gets this box, and he's kind of talking about how he's going to put the Undertaker's ashes in it after this match is over tonight, because the Undertaker is going to be the one that burns. And then Jerry Lawler is just incessant.
Yeah, he's just obsessed with boxes.
He's like, you should open it. You should open it. You can open it. And Vince is like, I'll open it in a minute. And he's like, you should open it. You should open it. I mean, he just will not stop. A little bit of a different match than we just watched, only because Taker's an evil guy now. He's a heel. I mean, he's not really the face. And Kane is a kind of a tweener. I don't know if he's exactly a
we got a strike with some kind of wrench.
Oh, I didn't even see that. He hit him. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that the first time. Oh my gosh. See right there, plays right into what I was saying. Taker's a heel this time.
Yeah.
Now Vince is going to open the box, and as soon as he sees this teddy bear, he's gone. He's off commentary, and he's not even on this planet. I didn't even see the wrench the first time. That's so crazy. Nobody knows the significance of this bear. I certainly didn't at the time. Vince obviously does, though.
Of course, Vince should know the significance of this.
Right. And I think at this point now, the match becomes secondary.
Yeah, Vince is moving a little too fast here. Now he's just going to stay here crying for like the next couple minutes.
And staring at Paul Bearer, yeah. And now all the commentary is talking about is this bear and what does this mean? And like, by the way, Taker and Kane killing themselves in the fire here. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. It's kind of funny that this Inferno match was a big deal in '98. It was the main event of a pay-per-view. And now this is literally just to further an angle really quick. And now Kane disposes of the Undertaker like it's the Rumble, and Kane is going to dive off the top rope to the outside here. This might be the spot of the match.
Oh,
boom, missed clothesline into the table.
Boy, Lawler just moved in time.
And now we're going to pan over to Vince and the Bear again, because I'm wondering if they're painting. Are they working on Kane's leg here to get set on fire?
It's Briscoe. Briscoe has a thing for Inferno matches. He's always there.
Right.
Vince has moved too quickly. I just know it. He's just standing up there waiting.
Oh, and he hits him with the tabletop.
Wouldn't it be something if we find out that Joe Briscoe is actually some kind of like Inferno expert or like some kind of like fire marshal? This is why he's always there.
Like Paul Bear was a real mortician, you know?
Yeah, he's like Paul Bear's a real mortician. Joe Briscoe's like a fire marshal, so he can oversee the use of flames.
I see Joe Briscoe and I can't think of anything else but Mr. McMahon, or however you pronounce it, man, you know?
Here
This
it
might be the
goes.
finish here. Boom, he goes for the big boot. Taker catches the boot and throws it on the fire, and it goes, his foot gets lit on fire immediately. And Taker goes 2-0 in Inferno matches. Kane 0-2 in his own match.
Yeah.
Vince could care less. He's staring at Paul Bear with this bear. And here comes Undertaker behind him. And this is the whole point of this match, was this shot. And Taker lights the bear on fire and throws it on the ramp. And then it slowly burns like Vince cries on his knees. And none of us had a clue what any of the hell this meant back in 1999.
No. And Michael Cole with his word of the year, symbolic. Just like the Undertaker strapping Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is this symbolic?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, the burning of the bear. This bear is symbolic. So Michael Cole definitely has a thing for the word symbolic in 1998, 1999.
I think this match I only got like 7 minutes or something like that, but it did not get the length the Unforgiven match gotten, and there was no Vader or Sawyer Brown instruments or any fun stuff like that. It was just literally to do that bear spot and advance the angle.
Yeah.
But it meant Stephanie.
We got a good visual of that.
Well, and it meant that Stephanie was coming to the WWF, which is good news for everybody.
Yes, because of this, Stephanie McMahon, this is close to her being abducted into like the bowels of the boiler room.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be her being, instrumental after WrestleMania and Backlash, her being abducted again as the Undertaker takes control of the limousine, and then the next night is the unholy wedding, and then we basically get Stephanie McMahon for the rest of '99, with McMahon as the higher power, and her and Linda giving over their shares to Stone Cold Steve Austin, her entering into an angle with Test, Triple H, and she never looks back.
Right. That's by this beginning of '99. By the end of the '99, she's like got like the short mini skirts, and she's like the bad girl, and like, I'm not daddy's girl, a little girl anymore, like that. What a quick transition. And like you said, in between Undertaker, innocent Stephanie, and then this bad girl Stephanie at the end of Armageddon '99, you still had this whole lover or leaver thing with Shane and Test. Yeah, that's a pretty cool year. Yeah.
And then you have her and her mom with giving up shares to Austin.
Yeah, in the summer. So yeah,
she's all in then on '99, and then just off to the races from there.
I think they, with this first angle with Taker, they saw what they had and were like, "Ooh, okay, she's good. She's good.
Yeah,
let's use her."
That concludes July's Hotter Than Hell Inferno Match retrospective of Undertaker's first and last two Inferno matches. He goes 2-0.
Did you know there were other Inferno matches?
There were.
they had another Inferno match in September 23rd of 99 SmackDown. So it goes from pay-per-view to Raw to SmackDown, although SmackDown's a new show, so they're trying to pump it up.
That's that Triple H gauntlet.
Yes, Triple H had to win 3 out of 5, I think, in one night, and his match with Kane was an Inferno match, and this was his way into the six-pack challenge, and he did beat Kane.
Well, King's only wins like one.
Yes, this is totally like Taker in one of his matches. And well, then Armageddon 06, as we covered that with Kennedy and Taker with the last Ride match. But
Kane burns MVP's ass.
He does light his ass on fire, and he officially goes 1-3. And I didn't know this. I had to dig deep. I guess I didn't remember that TLC 2020, there was one additional Inferno match without Kane or Undertaker, and that was Randy Orton and the Fiend in the Thunderdome. What a better place to do it when you can kind of edit and do second takes and
no people.
So they had the flames were at like the like kind of like by the barricades, not really at ringside, so they could do all that. And then Orton beat the Fiend by lighting him on fire and then giving him an RKO. And I think that was the second to last Bray Wyatt match. I think he came back for WrestleMania 37, and that was it.
Yeah. And but that is not the only Inferno match with Bray Wyatt, as Kane had a Ring of Fire Inferno match with Bray Wyatt, I believe, in SummerSlam of 2013.
Was that, you had to light that person on fire? I didn't even find that one.
Yeah, I don't think that was the one you actually had to light somebody on fire. I think it was just a ring surrounded by fire.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they got away with not lighting actually somebody on fire.
I'm guessing Kane did not win.
Kane did not win.
I do not think so. No, not in 2013. No.
Yeah, but Undertaker is 2-0. One of the only gimmick matches that everything he competed in, he won. I'm
sure it's the only way they can get him to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he wins the one and only Rest in Peace match. He wins his only installment into the Punjabi prison match, which can't wait to get to that one.
Right. Well, let's put it off.
He wins the first and only Boneyard match. And there's like probably a few more that there's like a couple of them he just participates in, and then he wins those, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Toy wise, as we talked about, I pulled my Bad Blood figure because he's got the marked hand with the cross and the white face and the whited out eyes, just like the Unforgiven poster, which is where we had the first Inferno match. And then, as I pulled out earlier, the ringside exclusive Taker as Kane. I mean, what's more representative of Taker and Kane's feud in the 98-99 chapter 1 of the Undertaker Kane feud? It goes on forever, but
yes, it does.
Then that figure. So I thought those were the two perfect figures for that era, 98-99, in that match.
Yeah, because if it did not already happen, it's going to be happening soon, that Undertaker masquerades as Kane as Vince pleads for Kane's help against his brother.
Right? Because he does it twice, right?
He does it twice. He does it in 98 to win the #1 contendership.
Right.
And then 99 to mess with McMahon, which I believe it already happened. That's what leads to this.
So you're saying they need to come out with another figure to represent the second one? I wouldn't turn it down.
I wouldn't turn it down.
Right. You got to ask me twice to have a good time.
Exactly. Exactly. And I see back there, which we did not get to while recording, you got a new addition to your Undertaker collection.
Right. So I didn't have multiple editions. I think I got a couple of WWF magazines, as I'm tweeting about Taker on the cover, and I go through the magazine. Nothing major, except for I finally gave up and I got the Canadian Walmart exclusive Undertaker plush. This is like the closest thing you can get to a wrestling buddy, a Tonka wrestling buddy, which I still have my Hogan. And he's actually a little bit taller than Hogan. Hogan comes up to maybe his shoulders. So these are actually a little bit taller, but I finally gave in. I thought for sure when they announced it that this would be coming to the States, sure, and in due time. And I've never heard anything. And as you and I were talking before we hit record, I don't even know if they're doing this in Canada anymore, because you don't see any more postings on eBay. So I
Yeah.
gave up. I saw this one. I think this one was $80 Canadian.
Mm.
And I thought, well, that's pretty good. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
Yeah,
So
because by this time it ain't coming here.
no, and he's my replacement for my my Wubble
Rest,
Rumbler,
rest in peace, Wubble Rumbler.
which I killed. So he is awesome. He stands up. I don't think he really sits, but he's got the loose tie. He's got the hair, pretty cool hair in his hat. It's pretty neat. I was pretty glad to get him, but he is expensive. And then I thought this was going to be purchase of the month material right here until Alex came off the top rope today. Undertaker hat that was more expensive, but there he is. So he actually stands right next to the Undertaker Detolf.
Love it.
So pretty cool, man. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. You need to get one.
I
I
need to get that Undertaker hat.
You do. I sent my sister-in-law over to Canada. She goes over to Canada from Michigan here and there. And so I told her to look at some Walmarts. I'll have to ask her tomorrow if she found anything. I didn't get any news, which makes me feel like she did not, but I will ask. Canada gets everything, man. They get this. They have, did you know they have Crystal Pepsi back? Like the clear
Oh, I
Pepsi?
thought you were going to say, do you know they have crystal meth? I was like,
No.
whoa.
They probably have that too, but not in stores. But Crystal Pepsi, and they got the ketchup Lays, the ketchup chips, you know, over there. Canada gets everything. So damn lucky. Their healthcare.
You and your damn free healthcare. Oh boy. So any parting words for the Inferno match and for July's gimmick month?
Hotter than hell. They lived up to their billing. Do you
Yes,
remember?
they did.
Do you remember what August is? Because I don't.
They lived up to their billing and we lived up to ours. And let me see our August. Let me pull up our August schedule here.
I can look it up, but I didn't know if
see
you
what
remember.
we have planned, because I sure as hell don't remember either.
I don't. It's in our text chain.
We have the ladder and Extreme Rules Jeff Hardy matches.
Jeff Hardy month next month.
Yes.
Okay.
Jeff Hardy month. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I'm down for that. Let's see when old Jeff was. Let's see when his birthday month is. What are the odds his birthday's in August? Holy shit, his birthday's in August. We did it by design.
When's his birthday?
August 31st, 1977. Jeff Hardy month next month.
You heard it here. We planned that on purpose.
Yes,
folks,
yes, sir.
Because
100%.
we knew August was Jeff Hardy's birthday month. That next month we bring you Undertaker's gimmick matches involving Jeff Hardy. Undertaker's ladder match, the infamous ladder match on Monday Night Raw for the Undisputed Championship, and then the Extreme Rules match on Friday Night SmackDown. So since it is Jeff Hardy's birthday month and designed and planned on purpose, of course, and that's the story I'm sticking to.
You'll just edit out the part where I asked you what we're doing next month. You'll just
sure, it never happened.
Yeah, edit it out.
We
get that in post.
Next month we bring you the 2 Jeff Hardy matches with the Undertaker. So look forward to that. Stay tuned, as I cannot wait to press the record button on those. So anything else you would like to promote before we sign off here?
Nope, just as usual. Hit me up at Pokey's Little Dog on the old twitter.com. If you're looking for tweets about The Undertaker or random horror movies.
Yeah.
Or Steven and I and Talking Taker and Alex Dorio just tweeting each other and laughing at each other's jokes.
Yep. Can't forget that.
Yes.
Yeah. Make sure to follow him at Pokey's Little Dog. And make sure to follow me at Collect Up Dead on Twitter, Collecting Dead Man on Instagram. And make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment on this video. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me there, Collecting Dead Man. And thank you, as always, Randy, for this journey through Undertaker's gimmick matches. We're already a few months into this. So got a long way to go, short time to get there, but we'll make it work.
About 4 years worth or whatever it is.
Yeah, we'll
make
make it work. make
Yes.
it work. It's gonna be like nothing by the time we look back at this. But as always, thank you so much. And July's Hotter Than Hell is behind us, but we look forward to August's Jeff Hardy's ladder and Extreme Rules matches. So until then, same Taker time, same Taker channel. Keep on rolling, baby. Till next time.